Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Fearlessly Authentic. What?
My mic is not on.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And there's
Hello.
L.
Yo, what up?
Yo.
And a skyline of the sunset last night in Santa Monica, which is where I was and why I could not participate in the chat of the open mic. And I had to just listen to it at the grocery store after getting photos, which unfortunately happened. I had to get the photos because the sun set at 6. So it is what it is. So I had to miss the first part of the open mic, but I caught up on it today. So all good.
Nice.
Great job by Charlie, by the way. They come in here. I made a comment. So.
Yeah, I was really happy with open mic. We had some awesome talent, and I was excited that Charlie came over because I saw that. That's me getting my own Rumble alert that we went live. I was like, "What is that? What was that thing?" So because I saw the video on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, we have to play this!" Like, and then I followed Charlie, and I invited her to come in, to do the stream, but I didn't get confirmation, so it was like totally a surprise that she showed up. So I was like super stoked about that, and worked out really good. I thought that was so well done, and then the second when Charlie sang, that was amazing too.
Hell yeah. Crushed it.
Yes, it was a good one. I mean, and we had Applejack that came on, and like,
oh my gosh, could I just give like a shout out to them because I didn't get to see it until today. Just real quick, said Applejack 59, amazing job. Like, and brevity, like so brief, like the briefest one, and yet like one of the best, honestly. Like really choice. I really liked it a lot.
I know he kept saying, "I'm not a rapper."
You are a rapper.
Guess what? You are a fucking rapper, bitch.
You are
I know.
born,
I so want to
rapper.
just go capture it and make it into a rap song,
Yeah, well, you should.
I will. Shh, don't tell him.
Hey Drizzle.
I just did Drew's stream with him. That was awesome. I learned so much about epilepsy and about everything that he's covering on his stream. It's really interesting. So interesting.
Definitely. The wealth of information.
Vicky. And then we had Oz who came on with
He's so strange.
Agent Johnson.
First. I was like, what is happening right now? Because I'm in the grocery store, like looking for items, and I hear Oz, and I'm like, that's gotta be Oz. That is the weirdest shit. Like, took me by surprise. I was like, oh, what is he doing now?
Do you want to come say hi, Peaches, before we start everything? Do you want to come say hi? You want Papa to help you? Peaches has been so super mellow. He's molting, so he's like sleeping a lot. Come on. He's so
Peaches.
There you go.
Come say hi to all your fam.
Hello,
everybody. Yes, that's the mic. Yes. You like the fuzzy mic?
Hi to Mike first. Yeah, let's not be rude to Mike.
He's like putting his head right up to the fuzzy of the mic.
Well, he and Mike get along famously.
Yeah, Mike and Peaches get along perfectly.
They do. Angela.
I saw it, Seb. I responded to it, Seb. Peaches. What is that song? How's it go? Peaches. I don't know. I'll never know how that goes. I should know that song if I'm from Georgia, but I don't remember that song. Peaches. It's blank. I'm sure Steve knows it. Something about peaches.
Yeah, peaches for
Going out to
free.
the country. Yeah. Get a
Moving
bunch of
to the
peaches.
country, gonna eat a lot of peaches.
That's it. Yeah. That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
What do you think of that song?
country,
You like
gonna
that
eat
song?
a lot of peaches. We're gonna eat you peaches.
Bye.
He shook his head no. You said that and he went, yeah, you did, huh?
Yeah, you did. Uh-huh.
Why do they do that to Kanye? Is that what you say, Seb?
Oh, show it. It's wrong. What would you call that? There's no way to make that work, though. His name does not work where you can make it a joke. Like, it just doesn't work.
What do you mean? His name is Kenny, for fuck's sake. That's funny enough on his face. Kenny.
Kanye Hitler? Like, it doesn't... Hitler jokes don't work on Kanye's name. Sorry.
His name is actually Kenny, though.
His name's Kenny. It's not Kanye.
Even if it's Kenny Hitler, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
it just
well,
doesn't work.
it's so ridiculous on its face that's comedic in itself, and the fact that he calls himself Kanye instead of Kenny is fucking ridiculously funny to me. It always has been. But
also, his name is Ye now, so we're just misnaming
Ye.
him now. Oops.
So
Sorry,
that would translate to E. That would
Hitler. That doesn't work either. I guess it works in a way.
I think in English that translates to E, right? Because it would be yay, the last Kenny. Yeah.
Heil yay. Heil yay. There it goes. I guess that works.
Yay. Sorry.
Anyway, I
Got
put new slaves in there as a response.
Kanye is the very best Kanye he can be.
He's the only Kanye I know. So that's all that matters. And there's too many Kennys in the world. I get it. I
always think of like South Park.
Kenny.
I think of South Park Kenny when I hear Kenny. Like that's all I
changed my name anyway too. So I'm not going to say shit about changing your name because I changed mine. But it's part of my name at least. Not really. But like L it's an initial in my name technically. So that works. And then also it's a first part of my middle name. And there are too many Jennifers. So I was like, fuck Jennifer. Like, get these Jennifers out of here. I'm going to be L.
Mm-hmm. They
in
killed
fact,
Jennifer.
I tried other names before that, too. So I'm sure he tried other ones. Kanye, something like that.
Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was what he tried first, and then it didn't work, and he changed it to Kanye.
See, I would have stayed.
This is not true.
You got to commit. You got to commit. You know, when you do that, you got to commit to it. You got to own it. You got to live with it. I think he jumped to Kanye just a little too quickly, and he should have just stuck with Kenny. You know, what's his last name?
He doesn't have a last name. That's okay. You don't have to have a last name.
Well, you don't have to because it's music and everything. But
no, he allegedly legally changed his name according to the media.
I was hoping it was Kenny Brown. Really, that would have been the best. If it was Kenny Brown, that would have been fantastic. KB.
This is what what they did.
Kenny Blackmore.
It's wrong. Not everyone is Hitler. I mean, he wasn't. Well, I guess he could be backed by elite American industrialists. You could say that of our time. So he's similar to Hitler in that way because Hitler was funded by American industrialists. So similar in that way. But, you know, the Illuminati and all that. But other than that, I don't really see the resemblance.
Yeah, if his last name was Yawn, that would be the best because everybody would just call him KY. That would be the fucking shit.
KY jelly.
That would be so greasy. That would keep it greasy so it would go down easy.
Yes, Drew, molting can be painful for them because they're getting brand new feathers that are coming in, and so it's like, you know, it's like a bird's PMS time. Like they can get really cranky. They're really tired. You know, but I help him with the feathers that they're coming in. He'll probably be sleeping. Like he's sleeping right now. See?
Oh, dog's going crazy outside again.
Trish is sending a hug for Peaches, and Applejack says that he's laughing so hard his stomach hurts.
I hope you can't hear that dog. It's very loud.
Yeah, I can hear. It's fine. Whatever.
Let's pretend I have a dog there. That's fine. That's my dog.
Al, make your dog be quiet. What's your
Right?
dog?
Would you quiet your dog down,
I tried my
please?
best.
What's your dog's name?
My dog's a Kanye fan. What can I say?
His name's
Very upset
Kanye.
about the situation.
It's my dog, Kanye.
Oh my god.
Yo, what up, my
He
dog?
still wants Kimye to work. He still wants Kim and Kanye to
We'll
work
pull
it
it
out.
for it. Kimye.
Sorry,
That's
Ye.
what will happen if him and Kim like hook it up, right? So they'll be like Kim and Ye. I don't know.
Hi, Miguel.
All right, it's shut up now. They
Okay.
could hear us talking.
You have it very well trained.
Yes. Very well trained.
There's always
Dog.
some kind of barking dog outside, and I just have to deal with it. I'd rather them be outside than inside my house, like my apartment. That's better.
Hit yay.
Yay.
So I hope everyone's doing well. I have to, just give everybody an update. Like, I know I've been a little bit MIA lately. I've just had a lot going on. I got really overwhelmed. I wasn't sick as in like with a cold or anything like that, but mental health wise, I had to take a little bit of a break for myself. But we're back. We're doing our thing. We don't go far for long. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for all the support through everything and checking in and sending love, and it means a lot. It means a whole lot.
Yeah. And some of our friends are fucking superheroes, so thank you very much for that.
Yes, they are. They're superheroes.
All of our friends are fucking super.
Lady Alex says, I'm cheating at work. Shh.
Wow. That sounds hot.
What?
Who are you cheating with?
Lala. Great show that you guys did earlier. Really, really, really well done. Sorry, my brain went like.
Yeah, I thought it was executed quite well, except for that one time.
Hi, Lisa.
That one time when Drew got up and just kind of walked around in a circle for a second. He forgot.
Oh, back on the Ye thing for a second. I tried to look for the clip. It's legit when you can't find what everybody's outraged about because it's been deleted from the website that they were very upset about it being on. Mm-hmm. And then you can't figure out the context of anything, and then that's perfect because you have outraged people all the time, all over the place with little clips to share. And
people
context.
rely on that. Some people rely on that, like as a vehicle to stir drama, to cause speculation and dissent, and never really never answered for it. Never make any of the information available again so that you can just easily access it. But
Hi, Snork.
And cancel the person.
Yeah, so Oz is asking why Kanye is getting canceled. He missed the memo. So
he missed the memo on Jews and going after Jews specifically when you talk about certain conspiracies. So he missed that memo, the 4chan memo. I mean, it wasn't on 4chan. But
you guys weren't on 4chan today? You missed it?
I definitely was not.
I have my notifications.
No, he was on 4chan, but it wasn't. So he missed the memo because it wasn't on 4chan.
You got to have your notifications pushed. You got to push them.
He just said some stuff that offended people, right?
That was very inflammatory.
Yeah, it was inflammatory. And he's motivated. So. He's kind of like, done that dog whistle thing with like Nazis that aren't like bright enough to realize that they hate black people, and probably Kanye too. But Kanye said something that they agree with, so they're all like standing. I saw pictures of dudes standing on the overpass in LA with signs and shit like fucking Heil Hitler, fucking Heil Kanye, or whatever the fuck they were doing. It's just it's just weird. Like it's the most unlikely like dog whistle for like white supremacists.
Well, it's all Candace's fault.
Crap. It's Candace.
He learned from Candace. So he learned all about this from
Candace
Candace.
Owens?
He went to one source. He went to one source, and that's not what you do in this community. You don't just go to one source. You go to multiple sources, and you think critically, which he has a problem doing and has for quite some time. And I don't want to spend the whole time talking about him, but, just to give you that perspective, he was wrong about Trump as well. And there were a lot of Trumpies who liked him because he liked Trump, but he didn't have a reason that he liked Trump. He just didn't like the other options and what they stood for, and didn't know exactly what that guy stood for, which is not much.
He's super selective in the propaganda that he chooses to elect, to
it's almost like he's getting paid to do it, but I'm not going to put that out there.
Some kind of operative or something.
It's almost like that's happened.
It's allegedly he, sided with the police, in the George Floyd murder. And it's like, there's a lot of things like that where you can see Kanye just kind of lining up with establishment talking points often. And I don't see how people can forget that. You know what I mean?
But the George Floyd thing, to put it in perspective again, is Candace's thing. So he learned it from Candace, and he repeated it. And because he repeated it, and he's a high anxiety figure, they went with his version and made it like he was the scapegoat. Like he's the one saying all this stuff when he's just repeating shit he heard.
Right. He's a parrot.
So how are you going to go after him and sue him if you're thinking about doing that, and then not sue everybody before him who was saying it for years?
Right.
Which I've heard. So it's not a new thing that he said. It's just repeated.
It's just a profile.
Repeating other things.
His profile is high enough that it garners attention. So when he says something stupid that he's mimicking from fucking.
I meant high profile, but I also mean high anxiety, because he makes people very anxious in the media.
Jilly, did you get your mail?
Jilly love.
Jilly
love. She said, check out the new emoji.
Everybody's singing.
What is that? A fiery heart? I don't know what it means.
I think so. I think that's what that is.
What is it? Where?
This Jill is on fire.
I see a little.
Jilly is on fire.
Yeah, the Lala, the same thing. Like the season change, definitely it hit me hard this year. Like I'm just like, it's super dark out so early, and I'm just like, this is depressing. And I love autumn. It's great. But winter is right there. And
stupid.
New England, Connecticut winter, it's not pleasant.
It's bleak.
It is.
It's like Manchester, England. It's bleak. It's gray and gray.
We don't get winter like we used to. It's not like we get a bunch of snow anymore. It's
doesn't
like
even get cold half the time.
No,
now.
it's like it's
weird.
It's kind of like this weird in between, and it's like we'll get it's like just wet and sloshy and
welcome back, John Kemper.
Cold, but not it's not cold enough to really keep snow. It used to be that we would get feet and feet and feet of snow. It would be fun. You could do stuff in the snow. You could, you could go sledding, or you could, just it would be fun. But now it's just dreadfully dreary, depressing.
There's been one actual blizzardy kind of storm since 1978, as far as I can see, where we had 3 feet of snow. And that's since then, since I was 10 years old, it's winter has just started to mutate into something that's not really winter anymore. It's sort of a mix of fall and spring and even summer sometimes. A couple of years ago, I remember on Christmas Day, it was 75 degrees out in Connecticut.
Yes.
What the fuck is going on?
Nuts.
It is December. I don't know. Used to be wicked cold. Hey, not anymore. It's very strange. It's been changing.
Yeah, Lala, we do. We need to meet up for a vacation. We need to meet up for a vacation and a rebellion. Like,
Fuck yeah.
we just
Rebellion Vacation, the new movie. Wacky revolutionists meet up together and have some crazy hijinks on the Mississippi River now that it's empty. I don't know.
So we're going to be doing a watch along tonight.
Yay!
I thought that this would be a good way to kind of like get myself back in streaming mode, you know, because I took a little break and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, like this would be a good way for me to kind of like come back into it, because, you know, even if you're just not paying attention for a couple of days and you're not digesting what's happening for a couple of days, you can get completely lost. It's insane how much, like, if you're gonna stay up to date on what's happening and everything like that, like the news cycle is so crazy and so fast to keep up with it. It's like, oh, you took like a few days off, like it's like holy shit, like it's there's so much always to catch up on. So I figured this would be a good way to kind of catch up and bring us up to, like, you know, bring us back into the mood of it and all of that.
Could we do something funny first? Because it's heavy shit. The president said something completely nonsensical, so we could listen to his nonsensical ramblings, just to enjoy the fact that this person is given a lot more classified documents than anyone else at this moment, and that's really not very comforting.
He has the nuclear codes.
Allegedly, yeah. I'm not that worried about that because I don't think he can figure it out, but it's the classified documents that worry me a little bit.
Okay.
You know the one I'm talking about. You know the thing. Play the thing. You know the thing.
Which one of these?
Okay, it's Breaking 911. Shout out, I guess. Because I don't know the original clip. I should probably find the original clip. For context, Biden. Let's see what he did. Biden this week, exclusive, calls out MAGA.
These are not that. The ones that you put in chat are not.
Not in the chat. No. I didn't put it there.
Oh, okay. I'm like, this isn't like what I think. Like, what is this? I was a little confused.
I don't know what interview this was. MSNBC. Let me look up that guy. NBC. I'm trying to find the clip.
You got your mail, Sab?
I think it's in here. Yeah. So let me find it real quick while you read the comment. Okay, that's not it.
Lisa, so good to see you. Hi, Karen. Yes, Jenna, he's very sleepy. Isn't he cute when he's sleeping?
5 hours ago? Let's see. That's it.
Just such a sweet little guy when he's sleeping. Oh, you did. Julie got the gift from Lady Alex.
Awesome.
Okay, I got it.
We all send each other things.
I can play it from I can share it here, so I'll just share it. Present. A present.
It's gotten worse, Lala. Like, worse in the last couple of years. The days are so short. It's like dark at like 5 o'clock. I'm like, I need more sunlight. It's depressing.
I'm pretty sure this is the interview that I'm referring to. So now we'll have context, which is good.
John. Yeah, Peaches is molting Jilly, so he's like all like just worn out and tired. He's like, oh, tired boy.
This isn't it.
Oh my gosh. Snork said I took a nap Thursday and woke up and forgot that it wasn't Friday morning. I panicked thinking I was going to be late for work.
Oh, I've done that. at least 5 times in my life where I scrambled to get ready and fucking run to the car and realize that it's actually not 6 in the morning. It's in the afternoon.
Oh, Jenna, I saw that the amount of acorns that we usually have every season is down. So the deer came up to like the back area with where I usually film with Peaches. It's our back, like our little backyard area. And they completely ate all of the plants, like all of like what was left over. Like we have a hosta back there and tomato plant and the strawberry plants. They didn't mess with my strawberry plants for whatever reason. But yeah, I guess the acorns, there's less this year than there normally is. So the deer came up into our garden, and yeah, it got. I mean, thankful. I mean, at least they ate the greenery. You know, like at the end of it, like it was in the middle of the season. Like we didn't have a lot growing this year, but
Okay, I think I'm there. I finally found it. MSNBC didn't put all the interviews, so they had like little segments. So this is, I believe, the segment that I saw on the Twitter. So we can look at it now.
Talking about legalizing this, the use of it is so detrimental. And the idea of putting someone in prison, and what happens is, Jonathan, what happens is everything about their background gets put on hold. They can't borrow money. They can't buy a house. They can't, I mean, because they have a record. They've been in a federal prison. So it's not just to let them out of prison, wipe the record clean. Wipe it clean. There's no rationale, in my view, for someone and thousands of young people being in a situation where they are put behind the 8 ball the rest of their life because they've used marijuana.
Mr. President, I can't be with you and not ask you a question concerning my Aunt Gloria, who you may recall was your biggest fan in 2020 because she said, going to need an old white dude to go after to take on an old white dude. But when I asked her if you should run for re-election, and still, she loves you, but she said she's not sure that you should, given your age. That with the one caveat that if Donald Trump runs again, you absolutely have to run again. So let's say Trump doesn't run again. Convince Aunt Gloria that she should stick with you.
Well, I think Aunt Gloria should take a look. I think it's a legitimate thing to be concerned about anyone's age, including mine. I think that's totally legitimate. But I think the best way to make the judgment is to watch me. You know, am I slowing up? Am I don't have the same pace as her? You know, and that old joke, everybody talks about the new 70s, 50s, and all that stuff. It could be, I'm a great respecter of fate. I could get a disease tomorrow. I could, drop dead tomorrow. But in terms of my energy level, in terms of how much I'm able to do, I think people should look and say, does he still have the same passion for what he's doing? And if they think I do and I can do it, then that's fine. If they don't, then they should vote against me. Not against me, it should encourage me not to go. But that's not how I feel. I can't even say the age I'm going to be. I can't even get it out of my mouth. I can't. I mean, I swear to God, it's like, no, come on, that can't be true. And you think I'm joking? You know I'm not joking.
I know you're not joking.
it's just strange. But,
he's like, you're old as fuck.
Gloria should just take a real hard look, and if she concludes that I'm missing a beat, then she should, support some other Democrat if they decide to run. But Jonathan, right now, knock on wood, don't want to jinx myself. I'm in good health. All of everything physically about me is still functioning well. So, and mentally too. So, I But I understand people wanting to ask that question.
Which is the better job, senator or president?
There's only one reason I think to be in public life. I really mean it. Can you make life better for other people? And there's no place that you have a better opportunity to do that in this president.
So fucking corny. Everything.
The difference between being president and being a senator, even a quote important senator, chairman of committees, and all of that, is that nothing gets to the president that hadn't got to him because it's been unable to be solved in the meantime. And so it's one of the things that is the difficult part of the Senate. I mean, I get up, work out at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I go to bed 11 o'clock at night. I mean, they tell my staff to not put those big briefing books together for me when I walk out the door. But all kidding aside, it's
all kidding aside.
There's just a whole lot out there. But
you're on our fucking.
I'm say something I probably should consider not saying.
Oh, say it.
Is that
That's what he looks like fresh off his charge.
I have more substantive experience on the issues facing the country, both in foreign policy and domestic policy, than any president ever, just because I've been around so long doing this. And so the bad part is I feel like I'm in a good position to make the right decisions. But some of the decisions are almost toss-ups. They're hard. And I'm not saying I get everything right, but it's not the facts that are missing. It's the judgment about the other players. For example, I know every major world leader. I've known almost every major world leader for the last 20 years because of my role. And, as vice president, I did an awful lot of foreign policy for the president. A lot of it is just in the Senate, knowing and accurately assessing what the other guys and woman is thinking and how to get to go. Because I still think there's enormous possibility to reach compromise on important things. You can't always get it your own way, but you can move it a long way. And I just, right now, who knows what happens. Look, my history. I got elected to the Senate when I was 29. I thought at the top of the world. And 6 weeks later, my wife and daughter were killed. My 2 boys almost died because they got struck by a tractor trailer. I'm a great respecter for fate. And so, but right now, I feel completely capable of doing the job as well as anybody can do the job. And it's, we'll see.
And we'll see. What are we talking about, Joe? Fucking guy is, oh my God.
It is elder abuse. They have normalized elder abuse.
What in the fuck?
Yeah.
How did we get there? I'm so confused about that. It's even more confusing in context.
They air this, hell.
They aired
They
this.
air this.
This
as
was quality content on CNN.
Let's read the first comment.
What in the fuck, man?
The first comment is from some dude named Kevin. I'm not going to give him his shine. He says, he's such a mensch, not just a good dude. I'm very happy he is our president. If he chooses to run again at the age of 81, 82, I'll gladly support him. If he chooses to retire, I'll support that decision too. Now let's go to not the top comments, but the newest comments. At least his pants aren't on backwards today. AJ. That's the first comment
Fair.
from 7 minutes ago.
That was fair. Sure.
45 minutes ago, a lot of editing was done to make him sound coherent.
He
Well,
did
that
not
wasn't
sound
it.
coherent
And
at
he
any
still
point.
didn't sound coherent. That's the thing. It's like they did a lot of editing to try to make him as coherent as possible. These are professionals that are doing this, and that's the best they could do.
Yeah, they were shifting syllables around and stuff like, I think I could say the word marble if I just move this one to this. And, they're just trying to come up with a whole, let's make them sound smart.
Do you see what Lisa said? She said President Biden said that he could drop dead tomorrow. Dream come true for the Let's Go Brandoners.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's past life expectancy in the United States. I mean,
It's just obviously
Indeed.
doddering.
I'm not wishing
he's-
ill on anybody, but you only get to live so long.
What I said in the comments on the Breaking 911, shout out to Breaking 911, I guess, thread, I said, I feel bad for the person doing his closed captions. What a terrible job that would be. On another note, that poor guy almost got sniffed at the end. He looked so worried for a second there. That poor guy being Jonathan Capehart, which, sorry, I did not recognize. I don't know him. I don't know MSNBC. So I just called him poor guy because that's how I felt at the time.
Well, yeah, I don't. Yeah,
If he were 12, I'd be really worried. But he's an adult, so it's okay.
It's crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing either, Jenna. That actual entire boot sucking down your throat is a thing. But it is apparently the Italian leather that the president's shoes are made out of. Go really easy on the larynx. You could.
I don't want to hear about that.
All right.
I have a thing about that. Let's not go there.
Yeah, he should, like John said, he should be in assisted living quarters. Exactly. If that was anybody else's old man, yeah, like let's make the war criminals freaking wing of a retirement home and stick them there. Let's give them the same health care that other people get.
That would be nice. Can't you just see,
I don't want him with the general population, but
no, but like a nice
a war criminal
wing
of an elderly home. We can put them all in there together.
A nice play date with fucking Kissinger and everybody, Pelosi and Albright, or whoever else is left anyway, whoever's alive, Klaus. They could have like super old people WEF meetings or whatever.
That's awesome. I have to watch the whole thing, Miguel.
They can pretend to be war criminals together, and like they're really still doing it.
They can pretend to be heroes and patriots together.
They can pretend that they're actually fighting the wars. There's a better.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll just give them some squirt guns.
Or we Squid Game their ass. We have them in a Squid Game, and
I don't even know I never watched the Squid Game. I have no idea.
Oh, I did. It's Illuminati as fuck, especially at the end. I'm like, could they be any more obvious? But all right. But yeah, they could all fight it out together. I don't care who wins.
Wow. Yeah, kind of Hunger Game-ish.
Whoever wins actually loses. So
Tuesday. I'm gonna give you guys the Rumble and the Odyssey links. Why is the Rumble like looping still?
Wait, what's straight demonic if you watch it? You're satanic if you watch it? All you have to do is watch it and you become satanic? Is that a thing, Jason Rodriguez? I have no idea. Son of a bitch.
It's not. Okay, there we go.
Yes, you can, Seb. You just did.
That's how it works. You just watch and then you're satanic by osmosis.
By proxy.
By proxy.
It's like a proxy satanicness.
You can.
I'm putting the Odyssey link in the chat.
Wait a minute, I have more questions. Do you get horns? Because I'm really into that idea of
I'm
like
giving you guys. Hang on. I'm trying to tell you guys to tell the people something.
Okay.
I'm putting the links for Rumble and Odyssey into the chats. So if you guys want to watch on one of those, that's where we're going to be going over to, because we can't do watch along on YouTube.
We can watch a little clip, which we can do just for context to put on YouTube to preview it.
Fair use that we are, we should be able to do it for educational purposes and commentation, or making commentary about it, and fair use. That's what we're supposed to be able to do.
But that doesn't exist now.
But YouTube doesn't like that.
They don't recognize it.
Yeah, they don't understand. Like, it's supposed to be for educational purposes.
AI.
Fair use
AI
is, it's supposed to be a thing. You're supposed to be able to do that. You're supposed to be able to have as long as you have yourself on the screen and you're stopping to make comments about things, you're supposed to be able to do that.
You're supposed to. Jason says that if you just watch the show, it will the Satan's in this, the satanicness is in the screen of the device you're watching on, and it will get on you or get on
Oh,
and you, or I'm not sure exactly how it works, the physical part of it, but yeah, that's what he said. You just got to watch it. But Jenna Colby said she watched it and she doesn't feel any different. Now, if I know the devil,
Of course you wouldn't feel
of
it.
course you wouldn't. That's how he'd fool you into thinking.
Jenna Colby also said that she's voting for Peaches. So
Fair.
I
with
mean,
that.
if you're gonna throw your vote away, that's the way to do it.
I mean, I think it's not really throwing it away. It's sending
No.
it to a good cause.
It's giving it to the birds, man.
It's prioritizing.
Birds aren't real according to some people, so you know.
They run into a little pushback, but
What do you think? Are you real? Is there a battery here somewhere?
imagine if birds could vote. There's got to be billions of them fuckers.
He's gonna send all of our comments to Susan's headquarters.
Say I
YouTube
can
has
fly. I don't fly very far, but I fly. You're gonna fly. You're gonna be our secret weapon. You're gonna drop off the comments. Well, I mean, somebody made a TikTok. Applejack shared it earlier, and it says that we just have to email the White House to get socialism, and apparently donate money to Vaush.
Just email them. And
Wasn't that a joke, though? I'm really seeing it as a joke. That's how I have to look at it.
the fact that you asked, Elle, is priceless. Okay. Yes.
No, it is a joke. In my head, it's a joke. It's
It
very
really-
In my head, it's gotta be.
It really
it's
is.
gotta be
It's-
satire.
It's satirical. It's parody. You know,
It has to be.
Who's gonna send money to Vaush? You have to be
Nobody
a
cares
People
about
do.
that.
you have to be a special kind of stupid to do that. I'm sorry.
I don't send money to anybody technically. So hardly even myself. Sometimes
Well,
I like
that's
to keep it
Yeah. That's,
for a
that-
rainy day.
That's the goal, is to try to amass some, so you don't have to send it all out in every direction.
Yeah, you never know when
It's
things
challenging.
calamity will come.
That's right.
So I'm putting the Odyssey and Rumble chat links in the chat, you guys.
Can we do the preview clip?
Yeah, I'm just trying to give everybody the opportunity to get over there.
I think the majority of Vaush's money comes from that stream of DOJ fucking dollars, because he's got a whole like Jedi mind control trick fucking done on like so many young people in this country. What has he got, like 1 million something followers? He's just like ridiculously dumb and completely pro-establishment everything.
Mouse said right here, Steve, he said it's rearranged the pixels on your screen into little pentagrams, Steve, are dumb.
Oh, right.
It all makes sense now.
Jason said that the demon is in the screen and comes to you when you watch it. It comes to all of us at the same time.
Only if you watch it,
Crazy.
apparently. I mean, close your eyes, man. Get some glasses. I don't know, bro.
I have glasses.
Smoke more.
Maybe they protect me.
Smoke more weed.
I
Get some
hope mine do.
Get you in the screen, you know?
Maybe it's because we have glasses that were protected.
Yeah, that's
Vaush
how we
definitely
got them.
broke the car.
We have the glasses, just like in They Live. We have to have the glasses. It makes sense now.
And there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we've managed to tie in every dystopian fucking thriller we could into one glorious episode.
They Live was a documentary, according to Roddy. May he rest
Yep.
wherever he is.
Yeah, that's also, I've heard that.
Little, why don't you Odyssey? Why are you only a Rumble?
Yeah. What's up, man?
Because Odyssey is independent of itself. It's not tied to I know before people thought it was tied to like Google and stuff like that. It's actually not.
We covered that, and we said that we found out that was not true on our
Yeah.
show.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, no. Odyssey is completely independent.
Yeah.
Rumble is on the NASDAQ and all of that now.
And have collaborated with a strange, mysterious man. with a lot
I
of
mean,
money.
Collaborated,
And-
colluded.
With a lot of money.
Collaborated, colluded.
YouTube
you know,
isn't better. So
some C
Who is
word.
web-
I mean, you
affiliated.
know, they're all connect. I mean, Odyssey seems to be the purest of them all.
Yeah, and I don't even,
And even
Yeah.
Rockfin, people like Rockfin, and Rockfin's on Amazon servers, so that could be
Yeah.
censored at any time.
Yeah.
And
basically you have to live with the fact that any of these things could be.
I mean, we're not
Censored
even
at
on
any
Rockfin.
time.
They don't let us on Rockfin.
Yeah, well, they won't let us on Rockfin. We're not.
We're too
We're
cool
not in
for
the
school.
We're not in the club.
We're not in the cool kids club apparently.
No.
And that's all good. I hope all the cool kids love their exclusive club, and I hope the dues are decent and whatever. Fuck.
Yeah.
Who gives a rat's ass? There's so many of the fucking platforms out there. And I urge everyone to sign on to as many as you can if they seem halfway legit and give the control to the creators. Then
Mhm.
that's ultimately what you need.
Exactly, Miguel. Exactly.
Oh, cool. John and Mouse are over on Rumble.
Excellent.
And do we have anyone over here on Odyssey yet?
Mouse is like, I'm on 2 platforms at once. It's like LSD.
And we're on Odyssey too. So wherever you guys are watching, we appreciate it.
We do. That's true.
What was I doing? Okay.
Who knows?
I'm trying to keep up on
Who
everything,
can say?
and oh, well, Applejack said the Bausch is anti-imperialist. I know because he said NATO is also anti-imperialist.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah. And that is exactly the logic that I was speaking of earlier when describing.
Badge is in our way. What?
I don't
Fog?
know.
What is
Fog?
fog?
Badge. Well,
I saw badge. I'm sorry.
either way,
Badge is in my way.
I'm good with it.
Hello.
Yeah. I've heard some things about him
Norman.
and with children and things, and I don't have
Badgism is fascism.
Norman, we're going to Odyssey and Rumble.
The vagina monologues are not going to be played.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
I love the vagina monologues.
Well, I love vagina, but that's all.
We need a penis monologue just to even it out.
Shit.
Okay, no, because you know what? Everything is penis. Everything.
Penis. Oh my god! Did you guys see the guy?
Oh my god.
What is his name again?
Oh my gosh. There's a guy that like is totally got this whole weird thing. Well, that is I don't want to talk about that now though, Steve.
Okay, well,
Let's not.
Because I want to do a reaction video to that, and I want to do it with I think maybe like Lady Alex or Applejack.
A sexual person.
Well, I mean, just
yeah.
an opinionated New Yorker would be great for
Yeah,
this. Like,
descriptive,
it's pretty crazy. Well, yeah. Elle doesn't want to know about this.
It's
I mean, it's funny. It's out there. For me to say that somebody's out there, it's pretty far out there. This guy, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Can he do things with his penis? Sorry.
Well, there's a lot to it. We can't really dive into the penile thing.
Deep dive into the penile.
We don't want to give it away.
No, we don't. I mean, this guy is
We're teasing.
like a master.
This guy's got a master thing with penises and his own
and balls.
yeah.
Well, good for
yeah.
him.
There is some chi things happening. That's
And
all.
he is a
that's
very,
as far we're
very
gonna
It's
go.
fine
good to
singer.
exercise.
I just want to go on record as saying he's an excellent singer,
And that's not
quite an
why we
entertainer.
were watching him, though.
he was very entertaining.
Pray and repent of my sins. What? Why do I have to do that?
Well, because obviously Satan has jumped through the screen into your
Yeah,
mouth.
we need to combat Satan with another person, another entity.
You know what? Yeah. Why does somebody just program the computers not to let Satan in?
Yeah.
Anybody think of
How
that?
come the viruses don't get Satan?
Or doesn't Jesus touch the fucking thing at Xerox or whatever, and everybody's safe? McCaffrey or whatever. We could bring back John McCaffrey, and boom, everybody will be safe and healed from the satanicist. I can't really speak English right
It
now.
is vag. I knew I wasn't crazy.
All
I'm
right.
like, I'm not that blind.
Vagina monologues are great, though. We definitely need to do a vagina monologue.
The internet is the demon you're interfacing with. Well, see, now you just took it a whole nother step forward, Jason. Gosh.
There you go. That's a ticket. How are we going to transition from vagina to flu?
Well, I mean, we are kind of bouncing around Satan a little bit tonight.
Let's figure out how we're going to segue from a vagina to a flu vaccine. Let's see. People get sick in the vagina. They have yeast infections, that sort of thing.
Yeah, my auntie.
They
she
need
was
drugs, right?
We're-
Well, the government's there for you, like to keep you from getting a flu sometimes, maybe not. But that's the subject that we're getting into. Our flu vaccines are not the best.
I've never had one. I've never
a
gotten a
vaccine?
flu vaccine or
Me neither.
the C-19. I've never gotten either one of them.
Me neither. My mother swears by it, the FLU one, and I was just like, "Don't you get it when you get it, though?" And she was like, "No, that's a rumor, but there's some things that happen." I'm like, "No, but I'm pretty sure you get it when you get it sometimes, and that's a problem, and it's kind of not very effective." And then I found these things in a thread from, I think it's Breaking, no, it's Back to Life. No, it's Breaking 911. Good old, no, it isn't. That's another thing.
Oh, Jason has holy water to
I
keep
forget.
himself safe. What about us? Are you going to share, Jason?
I mean, can you add like
Never mind.
some holy water to like a lot of water and then make that holy water?
Yeah.
How does it?
Like
how does it dilute?
I thought we were
about dilution
changing the
before.
subject.
Speaking of dilution,
Oh no, that wasn't that's we saw that, but that wasn't what we were talking about, Chili. But yeah. Oh, there is some stuff happening in this world that
yeah.
I could possibly like go without knowing about. Like
The holy water apparently, if you spray it on the screen directly, will clean up those pentagram pixels. In case that damn Beelzebub is.
I have water from the Fountain of Youth or like whatever the fuck it is. Like my mom went there. I have that.
Well, Jason says $9.95 for holy water, and I think that's a reasonable price in this day and age. But just how holy is it? That's really what I want to know. Is like, is it cut with anything? It's got a little shadiness on it. You know what I mean? It's like it's hard to. I don't have testing equipment for
Gray
that.
Walker said peeing on the screen doesn't work.
It doesn't. All right, write that down so I don't forget again.
Do not pee on the screen. Oh, I said he soaked his cell phone in holy water and it completely fixed it.
Oh, perfect.
And we understand now. See, Jason, thank you. You taught us
It's
valuable
$9.90.
lessons today.
It said you can get it for $9.99, but you got to buy it upside down.
Uh-oh. All right.
This chat room is.
Did
twisted. I love
everybody
it.
get on to Odyssey or Rumble?
The power of mouse compels you.
We got some people over on the Rumble.
On the Rumble. Hey, everybody, rumble up that Rumble, would you, one time? Let us know you was there and you liked the thing and you pressed the button.
Yeah, hit
Or
the
whatever.
give me a Rumble.
Squeeze it off one time in the name of glory and all things reasonably priced. Who is on Odyssey? I don't know. Everybody. Lots of people. There's tons of people.
Well, right now, Applejack's over on Odyssey.
Right now, I'm not over there because I really don't like trying to figure out how to use this tablet because it's so much different than the computer. It confuses me. And you always have like 75 tabs open, so I don't want to close anything, and I don't know. It's weird.
I'm done noshing now.
Odyssey. Was it good? Was it a good nosh?
It was a good muffin, yeah.
Excellent.
What I expected. I put it on hold because I was going to do the muffin earlier and then have a meal at this point. But I'm like, I'm going to be so busy doing this, I might as well have the meal first and then have the muffin later. The muffin's super easy to eat. The mini muffin.
You know the Muffin Man?
Do you know what makes a muffin better?
I know the Abe's Muffin Man. He is awesome.
You know what makes a muffin better? A little green Rosetta. Come on, everybody.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what that means? Oh, that's tragic. There was a guy, his name was Frank Zappa. He wrote an album called Joe's Garage. And the end of the album has this song where it's all like, little green Rosetta.
Wasn't he like a Laurel Canyon guy?
He was, well, kind of, not really one of the Laurel Canyon guys. He was more like, he was from Cucamonga when he grew up, but I don't know. He wasn't really like down with all the fucking Hollywood weirdos and stuff, but he did have a lot of fucking weird musical friends and shit. And the album is completely bizarre, but a very funny song, and anybody who knows would think that was an excellent reference. So I rest my case.
Well, I apologize for not having that reference.
No, do not apologize, but you must make an effort to access Frank Zappa's music because
I just got into extreme, so I'm very behind.
I know you're you know, I see you pouring on the steam, but I'm just saying, hey,
I love extreme, by the way. They're on tour too. They're on tour. Well, nice. With Aerosmith, it is what it is. I don't like Aerosmith, but whatever. But they are on tour with them, and it makes sense because their sound is very similar to Aerosmith. I get it, but Steven Tyler makes me want to vomit. So
yes, they're pretty gross. Aerosmith never really did it for me. Like at any point, I just never really. There's like maybe 2 songs from like 1972 or something that I thought were fucking kind of rocking, and I liked when I was like 17.
I think it's weird that he put his daughter in sexual positions, like literally in a music video. That's like the weirdest thing about him in terms of his career and things that we can actually access.
Despite
Jason thinks that Steven Tyler is just absolutely sexy. That's the devil speaking, Jason.
I'm not talking about his look, by the way. He doesn't make me want to vomit because he's ugly. It's because of his spirit.
I don't want to throw stones, but I'm pretty sure Satan is fucking with you, Jason.
He said, let's not talk about that.
You brought it up.
Woo! That's fucking
gross. Just say don't talk about it. Don't be
I love it. I was, more of a fan of Joe Perry myself. But,
he seems nice.
He seems like a good guy.
He's done anything, or he's good at covering it up.
Yeah, no, he seemed like I don't know, like a real quiet, just like leave me alone. I'm doing my fucking dope and fuck off kind of guy. But he fucking shreds.
Anyway, speaking of dope, the propagandist wants to sell us drugs.
Yes, they do. For money. For money now.
Which one did you want me to pull up first?
The first YouTube one. So that one is the beginning of a thread that I made that I discovered in a thread. I don't know where the hell I put the thread. It is gone now. But it was in someone's comment. I think it was Back to Life. And he had said that something about universal flu vaccine. And I think it was referring to, it was in a thread from them. I shouldn't say it was actually them. But they were referring to the thing we're going to be watching tonight on Odyssey and Rumble, which we're not watching right now. But I found this from 5 years ago, which is talking about the efficacy or lack thereof of the flu vaccine. This is from Mayo Clinic, so I thought it was pretty interesting. And then we'll watch a news clip after that, but that one's really short. This one's only eight or so minutes, but if you what is the word? Fast forward, I guess, move the cursor to a couple of, like, just a few notches. I don't know how to say it. You know what I mean? In the beginning, then we can skip the intro and get to it. Yeah, right there.
All right. All right, I'm gonna mute myself then.
And the flu season is pretty much all but over. But this year's flu season was a tough one, especially for middle-aged people. The flu usually hits the very young and the very old the hardest, but this year, people between the ages of 50 and 64, that's just a little bit older than you are, a decade or two older than you are. They're the ones that had to be hospitalized the most often. And the flu vaccine this year, it didn't work all that well in preventing the flu, unfortunately.
So says the orthopedic surgeon who suffered from the flu.
Oh, yeah, I've never been sicker in my life.
Oh boy, this
Close
past
to death.
yeah. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, this year's flu vaccine was only 48% effective. And while flu usually hits the very young and very old hardest, why is that? That's what you already read. Whatever.
Just keep the 48%.
Oh,
in there
yeah,
somewhere.
I took that out. So you're just, I switched some paragraphs.
You're just taking over.
Here to talk about. Yeah, sorry. You don't need to repeat stuff.
Can you turn it up a little?
Well, I was reading what you
Sorry.
told me to read.
Yeah.
Here to talk about this year's flu season is infectious
How
disease.
about-
It's all the way up.
Tosh, welcome back to the program.
see.
Tosh.
Thank you very much for having me back.
Boy, he is going to lay into you
That's
because
fine.
flu shot
I can
got
have-
the flu.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of required if you work here. And that's all okay. I don't mind getting the flu shot, but if 48% effect doesn't sound so good. It doesn't like it was a very good year for the flu vaccine.
Yeah, when we look at our influenza vaccine and compare it to other vaccines we have, look at measles or really a lot of the other things we have, everything else seems to be a really good vaccine. Influenza vaccine is generally not as good as some of the other vaccines we have. And a lot of this is related to, we're talking about decades, really over half a century old technology. Right now, it is the best we have. And I think it leads to, we need a lot more research to develop novel influenza vaccines. Wouldn't it be great if you had a vaccine that you actually didn't have to take every year, that would cover all the different strains and would be 90% effective and last a decade. And people are working on that.
Well, they should be, but isn't it sort of, it's because there are so many different strains of influenza that you can't cover them all. It's guesswork to decide.
Sound familiar?
Raise its head this year, in the coming year. And it's sort of like trying to get a vaccine for the cold, right? There are thousands or hundreds of cold viruses, and you can't vaccinate somebody because you can't vaccinate against all of them. Is that sort of true?
Yes and no. Mostly no.
Well, you're the expert.
So
Hold on. Well, let me re-ask that then. Isn't it because the flu vaccine is just always changing? And so just like the flu is always changing.
So we in public health, usually pretty good at predicting which influenza vaccine, which influenza strains are going to be circulating the following year and able to put that into the vaccine. Even when we are very good at predicting, and we say we usually are, the 90% time plus, the vaccine is still, we're looking at 60 to 70% efficacious in healthy individuals.
Well, we can look at it this way, Dr.
Isn't that what I just said?
I got the flu shot.
Tell me the wrong part of my question.
So the wrong part is that there's just so many strains out there. It's really hard to predict what's going on to what to put in the vaccine. And so we're actually really good at predicting what's going to be going around and to find the right strain to put in the vaccine. The issue is that the vaccine with using the current technologies is not as effective as we'd like. Now, 60 to 70% effective is much better than not getting it all, right? And even better than a coin flip. And for those who even get influenza, let's say we're looking at the very young or the very old, we do see that even those who get vaccinated and then still get infection, they are less likely to have really bad outcomes. So it's still somewhat helpful. And so I still want people to get it.
Mhm.
But I think it also talks about right now, in a great year with a good match, we're still looking at 60 to 70%. And we compare it to things like measles vaccine, which 99% effective. Maybe we need more emphasis on developing a new vaccine.
Well, usually you hear about it's the children or elderly that really get hit hard by the flu, but this year it was middle-aged adults.
So you describe those over age 50 as middle-aged, and that's an entire another topic. I'll let you guys discuss that on your own. But it is people at the extremes of age. Even this year, we're looking at influenza deaths. It is still people who at the extremes of age and those who have underlying medical problems who are most likely to have actual death as a consequence of influenza.
Let me ask my other question a different way without any commentary. Why isn't there a vaccine for the common cold?
Well, there's a lot of different common colds. This is where you were absolutely right with your previous comment, and that there's a lot of different viruses, and to be at this point tough to cover them. Although I suspect we might be able to create a vaccine that would cover a lot of the strains that are out there. But then it comes to, well, how do you put forth the money to create a vaccine that where even if people get the infection, they really don't die. Right. So what are you trying to prevent? And is that research money and sort of the money from a pharmaceutical company better spent elsewhere? And so, these are some of the sort of barriers.
You mentioned, wouldn't it be great if someday you could get a flu vaccine every 10 years that would have 90-some% effect? Yeah. Is that really a direction that research is heading?
Oh, yeah. Again, using our older technologies, what we currently have, you're really targeting very specific proteins on the outside of the influenza, hemagglutinin and neuraminidase. We hear about H1N1, that's the H and that's the N. But every different strain really has different H's and different N's. And so that's why we have to keep reformulating it. But there's a few different areas within influenza that our body or antibodies are able to see that is really well conserved. And so like the matrix proteins and things like that, which maybe outside of the realm of our discussion, but there are things that are very well conserved, and trying to target those for our new vaccines. And maybe we can have sort of broader protection, and then working on new ways to sort of make that long lasting and effective.
All right. Are you working on next year's vaccine and hope it'll be better?
So it's going to depend on what the strain is that's going to be circulating. The influenza H1N1, which is an influenza A, tends to be less severe and tend to have better vaccine efficacy against those than, for example, this year it was an H3N2, which tends to have, if you will, worse infections and worse vaccine effectiveness. But overall, again, I do want to encourage people to get their vaccine. 60 to 70%.
Get it. It's still okay.
It's still a pretty safe bet.
It's still better, and even those who get the vaccine and get infected are
you won't die probably.
They didn't get the vaccine, but it does stress we do need to put some more research and more funding into getting better influenza vaccines.
Well, I did have the vaccine. I guess I did have a better outcome. I'm alive. I lived through it. And that I guess
but all you were coughing. When you came back to work, I wanted to just send you back home again.
Shut up, girl. Shut up.
And I'm not sure exactly when you should come back to work, but my neighbor who is an internist said you could go.
Oh, okay.
And my wife said, you better go. All right, Dr. Pratish Tosh, disease specialist and an expert on the flu. Sorry we didn't do better this year, but next year hopefully we will. Thanks for being
next year we'll be better, right? We'll be better next year, Lucky. Well, let's cut to next year because that's the kicker.
Oh my God. These freaking idiots.
Yeah. The vaccine, even if it didn't work for you, get some more, because it might be the best thing you ever did. And
maybe next time.
If you, like the guy who was on the panel, says you didn't die from it, come on, what's the fucking risk?
He's like, at least I didn't die.
I didn't die. I made it through. Well, good for you, Bob.
made me laugh so much after watching that video and then watching this one right afterwards. Just enjoy. This is insane. This is the next year. Just keep in mind the next year, and you can show them at the end. It's next year. So
we might seem like we don't trust the government, Jason, but
It's
this is 4 years ago, by the way.
we're just time traveling.
Sidorowicz took that question and others to a USF doctor.
Developing the flu vaccine is a months-long process. Unfortunately, no matter how much data scientists have from around the globe to predict which strains of the flu virus to vaccinate against each year, there is just one thing they have not figured out how to predict yet, and that is when the virus will mutate.
Once we know it's mutated, it's too late. So many people will say, we know the shot doesn't work. Why don't we just make a new one? It takes 6 to 9 months to make a new one. By the time we were able to do that, the flu season would be over.
Okay, so if we know the virus mutates fast and often, something that's fairly unique for the flu, then why not create a universal vaccine that could cover us no matter what?
What we're trying to do to compensate is to outsmart the virus. And the way to do that probably is to build a universal flu vaccine. You have to target a part of that virus that can't mutate. So if it mutates certain parts of itself, it can't survive. And so those are targets, they're potential targets.
But Dr. Roberts says scientists just aren't at that level yet. Close, maybe within a few years even, but not now. So, big question is, should you still get the vaccine? Dr. Roberts says yes, because while it's roughly 10% effective against the main strain going around right now, the vaccine is designed to protect against 3 or 4 strains. So there are still others she says you can protect yourself from. And a good reminder too, Dr. Roberts says that you can get the flu more than once in one season because, again, of those different strains. Josh Sidorowicz, 10 News.
Yes, he said 10%.
10%, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, what the fuck? And then people think that suddenly, magically, I gotta be careful with what I say here because we are still on YouTube.
Yeah.
Magically, they figured it all out.
It's not magic, it's science, man. Come on, Jack.
It's
you know the
fine.
thing. They're fine. Everybody should go get one because why not? Because I mean, you'd have to be a fool not to. They've been telling us for years. Get your.
But we went from 60 to 70% in 1 year to 10%.
10%.
Because mutations.
Because mutations.
But they're saying that now there's mutations. We need bivalent, you know what, and all this and that and the other. And it's like, but you can't even figure that out. So
really,
no.
It's really funny though. Like Lala said that it's like throwing a dart and hoping to hit a specific clover in your lawn or something. Like just like it's the possibility of you picking the right fucking formula to take out the virus after it's fucking mutated is like infinitesimal odds. You have better chance winning the fucking lotto. And people are like, yeah, you got to go get it though. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Jilly. She got the vid. Yep. She got the vid. She had the booster. How embarrassing of her. Yeah. To like, why would you even? I guess she got caught. So
it's like down to the minute, basically within 10 days.
It was
getting.
It was a month ago that the CDC director.
Yes.
Got the boob at the CVS because I posted it. Yes. I posted a picture of her at the CVS promoting it, and within a month now, exactly. But within a month now that it's been 1 month, she has it, and she's grateful. They're all grateful that they.
She's not dead, so it worked.
Right, she survived.
That's how that works.
Yes, that's how you gauge it.
Vaccines just don't kill you. That's their purpose, to not kill
you.
To help not kill you.
Allegedly. Allegedly, I should say.
Jason has the answers. He said all the generals pray over the vaccine, and that's why.
Oh. So
that's hilarious.
Okay. That's seems okay.
Yeah, I've never, knock on wood, never had the flu boop.
Yeah.
or a
never-
C19 boop. No, neither
Yeah.
of them. I've
No,
not
no, no.
had either.
I haven't had a boop since I was a wee lad, and when they poke you a
Yeah.
bunch of fucking times.
Well,
Same.
I had a tetanus shot. Like,
I
that
injected
was
myself with
that
lots
was
of
the
other
last
things,
thing.
mind you, but not that.
I was not able to speak when I had my shots when I was a baby.
Yeah.
I was like 4. Maybe I could speak, but not very well. I wasn't a cunning linguist like I am today.
That was a good joke. I like that one.
Thank you very much.
Very nice. Very nice. Nice work and perfect delivery.
It's all about the delivery.
It is, you know.
Everybody who's still on YouTube, we're going
You gotta
off.
get the fuck off.
We are on, like they had a game called Thin Ice.
Yeah.
We're playing that right now.
I love that one. Though.
About 20 minutes now.
Wait, was it Don't Break the Ice?
Yeah,
That was
Don't
a
Break the Ice. Yeah,
That's
we're
right.
on Thin Ice. It's called Don't Break the Ice.
got
I was
little
actually really good at the game.
pickaxes.
So was I.
There's YouTube guys at the
I was-
shore with pickaxes trying to get you.
Yeah, like they're waiting. The AI is waiting for us to say the right thing that they can go.
The wrong thing that is actually
Well, the right thing that they're looking for. They're like, woo!
right thing for us, the wrong thing for them.
Yeah, like the thing that we are like, we don't want to say that exactly, boop, and boopity boop.
Well, not just that, but
And we're not talking about
copyright.
baby boop, but boopity boop.
Because we're going to get into it about the flu situation, because it's very tied to the current situation that I can't mention.
It's very
But
similar.
it's all connected. So
It's extremely alarming. It's extremely alarming, and there's more information coming out. People gaining things and the functionality of things, and it's very close to home. Like happening.
Go Red Sox. What?
Yeah, right in Boston. Yeah, right in Boston. Wes, we're going over to Rumble and Odyssey. You gotta.
We
join
like
us.
Betty Boop.
We got to.
I'm all
go.
for Betty Boops, not Boop Boops.
No Betty Boops. Well, maybe Betty Boops, but not Boop-a-doo Boop. Boop.
Wessie boop boop de boop is what.
That sounded like I heard mommy. That was so
You
weird.
did. It's because Leo has buttons that he can step on to communicate.
Okay. I was
And
like,
it's
what?
funny. He'll go over to the one that says mommy, and he'll like just keep stepping on it. So it goes mommy, 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 mommy. I'm like, oh my
But
god,
like a
you're like
robot. It's
2-year-old.
weird.
Yeah, it's my voice. It says
Okay.
mommy and potty and stuff.
Potty. All right.
So
we, thank you, Lala, for hanging out with us. We love you, and sleep well.
yes, sleep well. I know I have to get up early too.
We do.
But I
right,
don't
so
have to
let's-
leave the house at least.
Let's get the hell on over to the
To the Rumble and the Odyssey.
alternates.
Does everybody
platforms.
over there or know how to get over there?
You drop the things in the thing.
I have.
All right.
Mouse is there.
Mouse is in Odyssey.
It is up to-
Applejack. Let's see.
I'm supposed to be in there too, but it
And
wants
Mouse
me
is
to-
over here too.
I
And
can't
we got
type unless
Miguel and Little. We got everybody. Everybody's over here. Norman's here. Mouse is here. John Kemper's here. Is that Kemshwari Kate?
Kemshwari Kate.
Whoop, whoop.
I
love
think it
that
is.
Let's see.
Good to see you.
Just in time.
Yeah. Yeah, she's over on the Rumble one. And we got the Odyssey one. Is everybody
in? The ceremony is about to begin.
We're gonna have to say
We're gonna watch
goodbye to YouTube.
Say goodbye to YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube.
Bye, Susan. Enjoy
Bye, Susan.
censoring other people.
We love when you don't censor us. Bye-bye.
And Jilly said, okay, I'm dragging my cute little ass over there.
Well, bring your cute little ass on.
You better, Jilly. Okay, Wes is coming over.
Jason Rodriguez is okay. The Morrison reference is cool. I'll give you that.
Jason, you gotta come over to Rumbler Odyssey, and please make sure you guys are following us over there.
She's the Lizard King. She can see everything.
Peaches invites you to come with us.
If you can't make it, check the replay. We always have a replay.
Yes. And we'll put the Odyssey and the Rumble links into the original YouTube stream so you guys can go there.
Okay, Vicky Adams. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, Vicky's going to be over on Rumble.
She'll be listening on the Rumble.
All right. All right. We're going to say goodnight, YouTube.
Peace out, YouTube.
Fuck off, YouTube. Sorry.
Arrivederci.
Don't use the F word. I used that today, and Twitter tried to get me for just saying the letter F off to AOC.
That's ridiculous. I say fuck you, Twitter. So.
I mean, like, I didn't even put the whole word in there.
We can say fuck. If they can show me a dick whenever they want, then I can say fuck whenever I want. Thank you.
That's what you would think.
All right. Goodbye, YouTube.